Okay, our favourite things survey is all done and we're ready to send it to people to fill out so we can get some responses. But before we do that, we have to tell Google Forms where those responses are going to. So the first thing we have to do in our form itself is to choose a response destination. We have a few choices. Remember, a Google form consists of the actual form, which is the survey. This is what's in front of you now. And then a Google spreadsheet, which contains the results, so we can analyze it later. So if I go back to my training folder, we should be able to see here, favorite things responses. If we click on that, that is the responses that we've had so far to this particular form. So we can either create a new spreadsheet and give it our own title, or leave the default responses name so we know what it is. We can also have our responses go in a new sheet in an existing spreadsheet. Because maybe this is a form that we're altering slightly and we already had a spreadsheet to collect these responses. So now we want it to go somewhere different. That's always an option. You can also have it always create a new spreadsheet for you. Finally, you can choose to keep responses only in forms, and I'll show you how to do that in the next chapter. In other words, it's possible to view responses in this form. You don't need a spreadsheet, but it's easier if you want to further analyze it down the road. So I'm going to have us create a new spreadsheet, and I'll leave the default name of favorite things responses. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click this blue button in the top right hand corner called Send Form. That will give me a whole load of other options to choose from. Right, the first thing is this link here can be cut and pasted and emailed it to anyone. You could post it on the forum, you can just throw it out wherever you want and people can click on that link and fill out my form. I also have some nice convenient buttons to share it with social networks. This is the equivalent of Google Facebook, that is Facebook and that's Twitter. I can put my form on my web page itself, and maybe the school web page, which you can do as well if you wish to do that, which is embed here. That actually gives you the code for it by there if that's what you want to do. I'll click back on this button here, back to other options, which takes you back to the screen that we just left from. As we've seen in the previous video, you can actually put in the email addresses of the students or the staff that you wish to complete the form. Remember, if you want to find your form, I'll just close out of this window and I'll close out of this and go back to the Google Drive. All you need to do is you need to find your favorite things form, or whatever form it is you called it. Don't choose the favorite things responses. Choose the favorite things form. This is the one with the beach logos that we sort of added to it. Double click on that. Go to Send Form and you're brought back to that dialog box. And again, you can add extra names of people in there should you wish. While you're in here, if you want to add extra features or extra questions onto it, or if you've made some spelling errors, again, you can make the necessary edits. Up next, we'll take a look at some of the responses we have and see what we can do with them.